Most people think working hard guarantees a good retirement. But what if I told you that's not true at all? Because retirement doesn't start when you're old. It starts the moment you earn your first income. And in that moment, most people make a silent decision. Spend first, think later. Life immediately takes the money. Rent, food, transportation, responsibilities, and suddenly nothing feels left to invest. So people delay it. Just a little. I'll start next month. But next month turns into next year. And years pass without building anything until they finally realize time didn't wait for them. Because wealth doesn't grow instantly. It starts small, like a seed planted early. It grows quietly over time, almost invisible at first. Something powerful happens later. Growth starts growing itself. Two people can earn the same income, but end up in completely different financial futures. One starts early, even with small amounts. The other waits thinking they need more money first. But time changes everything. Because time is the real multiplier, not salary. Most people lose time without realizing it. Through spending habits, every swipe feels small, but adds up over years. And slowly investing gets pushed aside until there's nothing growing for the future. And by the time they notice, it feels too late. But retirement success isn't about luck. It's about consistency over decades. Even small contributions matter, especially when time is long. But there's another hidden problem. Inflation. Everything becomes more expensive over time, which means your future needs are always bigger than expected. And most people underestimate that gap. Some struggle later, while others live freely. The difference is simple. Systems. Not discipline. Automation. And over time, small actions become massive results. Until one day, money is no longer a problem. But here's the part most people never see. The cost of waiting doesn't show up immediately. At 25, delaying a year doesn't feel important. At 35, it still feels manageable. But by 45, time starts moving much faster than expected. And suddenly those years you lost become impossible to replace. Not because you didn't work hard, but because your money didn't have enough time to work. The people who retire comfortably usually aren't financial geniuses. They're often ordinary people who made one simple decision, then repeat the same habit month after month. Because wealth is rarely built through one big move. It's built through thousands of small decisions. One paycheck at a time. One contribution at a time. 1 year at a time. This is why income alone doesn't determine your future. Behavior does. Many people earn more but never actually build wealth. Because every raise becomes a new expense. Their income increases, but their future doesn't. Meanwhile, investors do something different. They use raises to buy more future freedom. And eventually, compounding begins doing the heavy lifting. What once looked slow starts moving much faster. Not because they suddenly became rich, but because their money started producing its own growth. This is the stage where patience gets rewarded. And this is when people finally understand something important. Their future wasn't built by one massive decision. It was built by small choices repeated consistently. The retirement they wanted was quietly being built for decades, not when they retired, before they retired. And that's the lesson most people learn too late. Time is either your greatest financial advantage or your biggest financial obstacle. The difference depends on when you start. Most people think retirement is decided at the end of their career. But the truth is, it was decided years earlier by the small choices they made every time they got paid.